It's time for Celebrity Profile on Asteroid G. You're listening to Not So Live from Asteroid G. I'm Mike Finkelstein. With me, as always, is...
Ooh, Josh Schaefer? I don't know. I don't have anything good for this one.
Queen Bee.
Bex.
And we are going to be doing a celebrity profile today for one of the rising stars of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, among, other things that he's done, Tom Holland. And I think, really, honestly, most of us probably didn't know who this guy was until he got cast as Peter Parker for Captain America: Civil War.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really,
Recognized him because I watched Billy Elliot.
Yeah, the musical?
Yeah. So, I recognized him from Billy Elliot, and I actually watched him in a handful of other movies as well, but he didn't really kind of break out until Billy Elliot. I mean, he was in a movie called Lock. He was in Moments. He was in How I Live Now, The Impossible, and Arity. Those were all of his pre-voiced and acted parts.
Most of which I haven't seen. So.
Yeah, well, they're all English movies. I probably not going to have seen them.
I mean, if they show up on Netflix, I'll watch them. I watch a lot of random bullshit normally. But I mean, it is fair that most of what I've watched that he's in is, Avengers movies and various Marvel things. He was in Spies in Disguise, which, no. Doolittle, which, no. Onward, no. Devil All the Time, which I heard was an awful movie, so...
It was terrible, because I watched it.
And so was Cherry, which was also terrible. And then I watched Chaos Walking recently, and that was bad, too. So, outside of the Marvel Universe, and one celebrity lip-sync battle dance-off, he hasn't had a really good, filmography lately.
So, I will go on the side of saying that Spies in Disguise and Onward were both actually pretty good.
Okay.
Surprisingly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I have children, so I have a reason to watch both of those.
No, I get you. It's just Spies in Disguise looks like that whole DreamWorks inspired bullshit, awful animation stuff.
The animation was kind of meh, but it was actually kind of a funny movie, surprisingly.
Okay. What is it about? A guy and his spy pigeons?
No, so it has that kind of trope where you have the I'm a one-man army spy, which is Will Smith.
Okay.
And then Tom Holland's character is kind of an inventor who makes non-lethal stuff for a spy agency that they don't like to use because it's non-lethal. And he gets fired, and through a hilarious chain of events, he accidentally turns Will Smith's character into a pigeon. So he has to...
No, that's it. Yeah, that's completely that's the story plot right there.
That's the story right there. And then it's turns into a buddy cop movie, kind of, where Will Smith's a pigeon, and...
Okay.
Yeah.
We've established two things. One, I'm very happy Tom Holland is getting a paycheck, and two, I'm not watching this movie.
No, it is definitely not a movie you would watch, Mike.
It's not a Mike movie, but
okay,
I think Bex would love it, though, personally.
She probably would. So Spies in Disguise, I will actually say that his voiceovering in any of his animated films is not bad. Tom Holland can actually voice act, which is fine. And I don't think that his acting is the problem. I think it's the writing that he's choosing that's the problem.
Yeah, no.
So
when I watched Chaos Walking, which is, a movie about, all the guys on this alien world have their inner monologues shown as visuals outside their head, and all the women are, for some reason, dead, and mystery puzzle box. And it wasn't the concept that bothered me, and it wasn't his acting. His acting was fine. Daisy Ridley was a little flat, but his acting was fine. It was the writing that absolutely let him down.
Yeah.
So I think, he's a young actor, and he's found fame with the whole Spider-Man thing, and so he's going to ride that out, which he really should. But he needs to start being a little bit more choosy with his choices of movie, because I think right now he's probably just taking everything that's thrown at him.
Yes.
And it could end up hurting him in the end.
Well, and there's the thought here of he's taking roles, but his big breakout was after Billy Elliot the Musical Live, which was basically him just doing a stage play, and the stage play's set. And then it's the Marvel movies, and the Marvel train by the time he joined in 2016 was fully a rolling at that point. So where like Robert Downey Jr. could define his character and got carte blanche after the first movie to like rewrite and change and do the character the way he felt it needed to be done. Someone like Tom Holland, who's young and still learning the ropes and coming onto a franchise like that, he's not going to push back. So he probably doesn't know or hasn't quite picked up on the fact that he needs to get a script doctor that he brings with him to fix up scripts on his end, so at least he comes out of it smelling like roses, even if the movie sucks.
Right. I agree.
Yeah. And I mean, that's like you hear about Bruce Willis and so forth. He always brings his script doctor with him. Tom Holland needs to have a script doctor. He just like an entourage that has a writer that's just like, let me look at the script. No, he's not doing it this way. Here's what he's going to say.
Yeah, I am curious to see how the Uncharted movie is going to go.
That will be interesting. I mean, I haven't played the games, but I know the character, and I've seen some stuff about it. I know it has the character of Nathan Drake has a big following.
Well, it does look like he was nominated quite a bit for a movie called The Impossible, which was 2012. Mm-hmm. So he was fairly young when he did that, and he won 9 awards for that movie. So that might be worth a watch.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I can see that.
Or heard of it.
He has a lot of breakthrough actor awards and nominations. I mean, he is still... That's the thing to note. He's only, like, counting voiceover work already, he's only, like, a decade into his career right now, and he started young.
Yeah. He's only 25.
Yeah, he started when he was 15.
And he does live in England, so it's not like he's here in America, although he's probably going to move to LA because that's what most people do. And you have to realize that he's also sold his soul to Disney. So with that, he probably has like a 10 movie, and not just Spider-Man, but he has, a 10 movie contract doing like they did with MGM and all the bigger film places back in the 1900s. He's probably sold his soul to do a 10 movie contract somewhere with Disney or one of their affiliates.
Well, I know he had a 3 movie deal with Sony that would cover the trilogy of just Spider-Man films. I don't know what his Disney contract is that goes along with that, but I would be willing to assume that, from what I was hearing, his contract might have been over with this film, but Disney also wants to position him into the spot that they originally were going to try and position Captain Marvel and Iron Man originally in, which is kind of the central figure of the universe. It would not surprise me if he has, like, the Samuel L. Jackson contract of, like, 14 cameos in larger films that he's signed up for, and then by the end of, like, Avengers 5, he's making $50 million, and it's like, I'm done, Miles Morales can take over the role now.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they are setting him up to do something like that, and, he may have said, I want to do as much as I can right now, and because acting is a young gig in Hollywood. You hit a certain age and you stop getting roles, so make as much money as you can, Tom Holland. I am 100% behind you. And I love him, and I think that he's an honest person, and that's why I want him to succeed.
That's fair.
It is so rare, and because he does things from the heart rather than just for the money's sake, I am 100% behind him. And I think the thing that threw him not only into fame, but the fame of not just Disney film or Marvel was his lip sync battle when he and Zendaya did their lip sync battle. I mean, it is still the number one top lip sync battle to watch, and it makes you smile, and you get to see how talented he truly is with his dancing. He's one of those that can dance and sing, or dance and act, and I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, he was up against Zendaya, who has like an actual music career, and he blew her out of the water.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she has a singing and dancing career.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's one of those actresses who's gone into the. She was, she also sold her soul to Disney, so that's how she started out. But I actually think she's actually a pretty good actress. So, but he's a way better dancer, in my opinion.
He owned that lip sync battle. He just threw himself into it.
Yes, he said he would never do it again, but he definitely threw himself into it. So.
Well, if you're only going to do it once,
He said he can't top it, so why would he ever go back and do it again?
Well, yeah.
I mean, true.
Wow.
But he is one of my favorite up and coming. I just wish that he would find better scripts. So I like your idea of somebody coming along with him to fix his script, going, no, that part sucks.
Well, depending upon his Disney contract, he might not have had it contractually that he was allowed to do that, or, whatever else it is. And some of the stuff that he's done after, like, outside of the Disney framework, like Chaos Walking, like Cherry, like Devil All the Time, is obviously meant to position him to show that he can do stuff outside of family-friendly fare. Like, clearly they want to show that he has dramatic angles, and he's not just this young little British boy, and that's his whole persona, so he doesn't get just typecast. Like, and that's great that he wants to do that. He needs better roles. So he needs to learn to take a script doctor with him.
Well, The Devil All the Time, I actually unfortunately sat through that entire movie. I didn't think he was bad. I just didn't like the story at all. I thought the story was terrible.
Yeah.
And for what it was a movie.
So yeah, pick better roles too.
Yeah, pick better roles. I mean, read through the script. Is it something you really want to do, man? I mean, the voice of Jip, he wasn't bad. I thought his acting for a voiceover for a CGI dog was fine.
Dr. Dolittle, though.
Yeah.
He did that because it's one of his, close buds from the Marvel series was the main actor. So he would have been talked into that, yeah.
Well, and I don't think anyone, when it first started off, expected that movie was going to be the train wreck it became. But, like, that one was absolutely Robert Downey Jr. wanting to make a very specific film, and being a $50 million, paid actor, no one thought to question whether or not he actually had the right ideas for that one. And
right.
The movie that resulted proved he did not.
Yeah.
That was a train wreck of epic proportions.
Yeah.
Wow. So.
Bex, what? Why don't you share how you feel about Tom Holland, Bex?
Like, it's kind of hard to say because it's like it's just repeating everything that's been said. Like, the lip sync battle's amazing. He's awesome. He's so pure. It's just hard not to like the guy.
I mean, I like the fact that he shows up at, like, hospitals and so forth dressed as Spider-Man and will do backflips for the kids.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And it was neat, especially, like, he is my Spider-Man because first guy, he encapsulated, like, one half of the Spider-Man stuff. The second guy, Tobey Maguire kind of had, like, the I don't know, the nice guy, the quips, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
The second guy had more of the physique and the moves.
Andrew Garfield.
Whereas I think Tom Holland just has all of it. Mm-hmm. So, I like it.
Well, that does speak to the fact that the Spider-Man movies haven't always done a good job of doing, like, the whole Spider-Man character right. Because Spider-Man is not like Batman. Spider-Man doesn't have to wear a mask to hide who he is, like, personality-wise. His mask is entirely just so that people don't come after him and his family. But the like personality wise, whether he's in the suit or out, he's supposed to be like this quippy teenager that's just kind of enjoying being a superhero and gets to live his pure life when he doesn't actually have to have the realities of like his personal life get in the way. So like Tobey Maguire's character was very much a Tobey Maguire drama. So the quippiness wasn't exactly there, but the Peter Parker nice guy was. They got better quippy with the Andrew Garfield guy, but those movies were just garbage. Honestly, they just
terrible.
Oh, they were. But they've gotten all the aspects of the character right in the Tom Holland films.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
All, however, 6 of them at this point that he's been in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, counting the one that's coming out. Yeah, he's got the longest tenure of Spider-Man yet. Most screen time.
Yeah. To be honest about Tom Holland being in that part, I mean, it's like Ryan Reynolds being Deadpool. That movie is Ryan Reynolds being Deadpool. I mean, it works.
Yeah.
It works with Tom Holland.
Yes.
You can't really imagine anybody else being Iron Man than
Robert Downey Jr.
Yes, him. Yeah. And there are certain characters within the Marvel universe that you go, oh yeah, he was perfect for the role. Chris Evans being Captain America, he's perfect for the role. So whoever is casting over at Disney right now and Sony for those roles, keep them. They should remain hired because they're doing a really good job.
That is actually one person who, as far as I know, and I don't know if I can find it on the Wikipedia page, and I'm sorry I don't know her name, but she has done casting on she's cast all of the Marvel properties for the MCU save one. And can you guess which one that one is? The Incredible Hulk.
Oh, yeah.
Universal did not have her cast that one. They did their own casting crew for that one, and that's how we ended up with what's his face as
Edward Norton.
Edward Norton as Incredible Hulk, who they then immediately had to recast because he was awful, and they found the perfect person for the role in Avengers.
Right.
Yeah. So, no, you're right. She's brilliant, and her finding Tom Holland for this, she knows exactly what to look for in every character.
And it makes me wonder if she actually went and read the comic books before casting and going, okay, who do we have?
Yeah. Right. This is the essence of them. Great. Here's what we need. Yeah.
And, a lot of people, I read an article about casting for like various Marvel movies, and Tom Hiddleston went into be Thor. He was actually on a casting call for Thor, not for Loki, but for Thor.
Yeah.
And he went in and he saw Chris Hemsworth walk past him for the part, and he just said, "That's Thor. Why am I here?" And so he went in and he had said something at the casting like, I think you've already found your Thor. Are there any other parts that you think I might fit? And that's how he got the Loki part, because he was like, okay, he's going to be kind of snide about it. Hey, we're looking for a Loki. You're perfect for a Loki. So that's what's, actors also giving their 2 cents, saying, I'm really meant for this role. No, I truly am. Tom Holland said that he had been, as soon as he was allowed to go in and do the casting for that, and I think it was Robert Downey Jr. who actually suggested that Tom Holland come in to do that as well. So it's actors going, you know what, who in the world right now would be perfect for this part, not just because of their fame, but because of who they are and who they've played and how they can play it going forward. I like that they look into that. They aren't 100% all the time. I think we probably could have gotten somebody other than Gwyneth Paltrow for Pepper Potts.
She was fine at the time. She's gotten very weird since.
Yeah, she let fame go to her head, so she's an asshole now. That's what the problem is.
And yeah, I mean, what's her name that plays Captain Marvel? I'm not sure she was the perfect fit for that role.
Brie Larson. I actually like Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, but I really hope that fame doesn't go to her head too.
I like her in other roles better. I liked her as the ex-girlfriend in Scott Pilgrim a whole lot more than I like her in Captain Marvel. So.
Well, maybe we should do in a future podcast. We'll talk. Who should we recast as Captain Marvel?
There you go.
It can't be Peter Dinklage, Josh.
Yeah. For now,
it can be whoever I want. I believe that's the rules of the game.
His perfect Captain Marvel, and he's gonna keep it as Carol Danvers. Is Peter Dinklage. So
I can't do Peter Dinklage because Peter Dinklage played the giant in Thor Ragnarok.
They've recast people, it's fine.
No. Yeah, okay. You can't do that in the same franchise. You can't use
Idris Elba now. You could use Tom Cruise.
I know, I have to do Tom Cruise because I was like, I can't do Paul Rudd, can't do Idris Elba. Like I'm running out of people, guys.
The MCU uses up everyone.
Yeah.
Maybe that's who Keanu Reeves has been secretly cast as. Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. He'd kill the role. I'm just saying. Anyway, okay, back to Tom Holland though. I think he's a great actor, and I do look forward to what he's going to do in the future. I think he's one of those ones where I'm interested to see what happens when he finally does decide to walk away from the Spider-Man role. And he's not bound to try and, shake off the Spider-Man role when he picks other roles. That he can just do what he wants and pick whatever roles he wants to do, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Agreed.
Alright. Then in that case, this has been Not So Light from Asteroid G. I'm Mike Finkelstein.
Josh Schaefer.
Queen Bee.
And Bex.
And we will see you next time.